Alright guys, this is Yugioh here, also known as Yugioh for Kids, and this is going to be my Yugioh deck profile for the deck Vylon. It's a Hidden Arsenal 5 and 6 deck, and it's very confusing, but I'll teach you guys a loop, so let's get started. Alright, oh yeah, also check out my trade binder video. I uploaded it a day ago. If you guys want to trade anything, selling this mat also. Yeah, it's a playmat, good condition. Alright, let's get started. 2 Cyber Dragons. I'll explain all the cards after I finish. 2 Trident Warriors. And Honest, because everything's going to be light mostly. 2 Photon Thrasher. 2 Summoner Monk. A Gen X Neutron. This card would be Sangan, but since Sangan is bad, this is the new card. 1 T-King Ryo. You can play 2 of these because I have a Pot of Avarice in the deck because it's good for this deck. I'll explain later, but if you don't want to use Pot of Avarice, Thunder King Ryo works fine. Alright, and now for the Vylons. Vylon Tetra. 2 Vylon Spears. 3 Vylon Prism. It's a tuner of the deck. It's a pretty good card. Get your level 4 tuner. 3 Vylon Cube, key tuner of the deck, and a Gorz. That's it for the monsters. Now spells. Staples, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, and Book of Moon. Mind Control. Rhoda, because sometimes you need Rhoda in the deck, because sometimes you don't get your Trident Warrior or Photon Thrasher in your hand when you have Cube. And you need to, like, be able to sync. So, alright, here's the card I was talking about. Pot of Avarice. I use Pot of Avarice because when you play the duel, if you use your level 4 Vylon Prisms, and you want to get Shockmaster on the field, but you already have one in the grave, you can just Pot of Avarice, get all your Vylons back in the grave, and keep doing your loop, which I'll explain after. A Vylon Matter. A lot of people run 1, 2, or 3, but 1 is the best for the deck because it's a dead draw if you do not get it. Get it before you loop. Rod of Silence Chaos, the worst card in the world except for this deck. I'll explain. Okay, now your Vylon equip cards. 1 Segment, 1 Component, 2 Filament, and 3 Vylon Material. 2 Element, and for your last card of the deck, Royal Decree. Okay, let me show you the side deck. I mean the extra deck. Alright, so Vylon Omega, level 10, level 9, Vylon Alpha. For your level 8, Vylon Epsilon, I don't know how to pronounce. Vylon Delta, and Vylon Sigma. These are your Vylon synchros. Now for just other syncs that you might need. Black Rose Dragon. You want that in the deck. Stardust. Scrap Dragon. TG Hyper Librarian. I think this is a good card if you're doing your loop. Because if you get, like, if you have the extra sphere in your hand and you didn't summon yet, and you have a level 4 like a Monster Reborn, you can just Monster Reborn and get that, and when you sync your loop, you just keep drawing. Okay, and for level 3 XYZs, Tempo and Wind Up Zen Mains. Get your 2 cubes on the field, you can get. For level 4, you have Maestro, Utopia, Vylon Die Sigma, and Shockmaster. Alright, that's the deck profile, but let me explain the loop. Okay. Let's do that. Alright, say you draw these cards, just like, we'll put like a Book of Moon. Say you draw these 5 cards in your hand. Alright, so the first thing you would do is, you see this is the hand. Got a Trident Warrior, Vylon Cube, Bucket Moon, Vylon Filament, and a Vylon Element. So you would normal Trident Warrior, effect of Trident Warrior, you can special cube, right? Then you would sync, and Vylon Cube's effect, if you sync for a light monster, you can add an equipped spell card to the hand. So you would add, you can add either Vylon Sigma, you would add Vylon Sigma if you have no other monsters on the field, and Delta if you do, because you could just get a spell card to your hand during the end phase, and this is if you attack with no other monsters, you get an equipped spell card. So for now I'll do Sigma, and then you'll use Cube's effect, which you can add Chaos to your hand. And then this monster's effect, if it attacks, so you attack with Sigma, you can equip a spell card to that card. So say just equip like like a Vylon material. Then you would keep your Vylon material there, and then you would activate Vylon Element, and that's effect if a Vylon equipped card you control gets destroyed, you can special summon a Vylon Tuner. So when you so then you activate Chaos, and Chaos goes on Sigma and gives it 500 def and says all other equipped spells are negated. So Vylon Material would instantly get negated. But Vylon Element's effect is that you can special like a Prism. And then you can add a Vylon Material to your hand. And then you can just keep doing it. You can just keep doing it. And then you get a segment, you would activate your segment. And then you would get your another Prism out. Then you would overlay for a Shockmaster. This card will just destroy, well, then you can add another equipped spell. This card will destroy their, you should do spell and trap, or spell or trap, because once you get Vylon Omega, you can negate the effect of a card. So then you would get another spell to your hand, activate that, activate the spell, and you would special. See how there was a Vylon Cube in there, right? So like, if this loop doesn't work off, if you draw your Pot of Avarice, you can get your 3 Vylon Prisms and like your Cube and Trident Warrior. That's why I play it in the deck, because if you do the loop and it doesn't work out properly, you can always just restart the loop. Because if you don't have a Pot of Avarice, the 3 Vylon Prisms, if they're in the grave, you have no way of getting them back. So you're Shockmaster and you're pretty much set kind of for the game. You can still win the game, but you're kind of screwed. So then you would activate Vylon Material, and you would special like Vylon Cube. Then you would activate another one, special another one. So then you can get a level 3 XYZ. I would say you would get a Wind Up Zenmaines. Then you would activate. See how you have no more spell or traps after this Vylon Component? You would special Vylon Sphere. Then Vylon Components, you can add this. Where are you? There it is. Alright, so then you would add that to your hand. Then you would activate that, send 3 to the hand, to the deck, 3 equipped spell cards, shuffle your deck, and you can either destroy 1 card or draw 1. I usually destroy like their back row, so if I attack I won't get Mirror Force or something. So then I would activate that, and then I have a spell in my hand, don't forget that. So then I can activate Filament. Filament will win the duel. And then would get your, where is it? Get your Tetra out. You would overlay for sync for 10. And then you would get your Vylon Omega. Alright guys, that's basically it. Then the effect of that, you can equip a spell, and then negate. It's like a walking effect veiler. Alright, if you guys want more deck profiles, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Yugioh for Kids, also known as Yugioh, and I'll see you guys later.